I can type. Sorry. Typing. Doing one hand here. There you go. Okay. Alright, dude. Typed it wrong. You know what? That's fine. I'll figure it out. Brand new episode has been added. Save your progress up to this point. The trials and tribulations. Time is 1 a.m. Beep. Beep. Is it a bomb? Detective, we made it. Woo. What a relief. Glad that Jewel was still safe. Gumshoe? You said it, pal. It must have been our rock-solid security that scared him off. Would you mind opening the safe just to double check? I did not remember that. Ah, we've been had. Mask the mask. Salutations. Out front. Guards, turn on the searchlights. Ah. Better luck next time, gentlemen. Am I just get a footing for this case and switch games for like an hour? I don't know. Ahaha. Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. We shall meet again when the next moon is full. Ahaha. Mask the mask salutations. Aha. Ahahaha. October 11th, 3:24 p.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices. Hey, Nick. Get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later. This is important. Sigh. What are you freaking out about now? Haha. Today will be the last time you talk to me that way. Huh? We're about to hit the big time. Big time? And what do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me are. Ah, don't be silly. I'm talking about me and Pearly, of course. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Pearls, you haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway? How old are you now? We'll never know. Oh no. The Magatama. Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. I got a poster. I am. Korean Village, isn't that? It's Amy. That's right, it's our own hometown. Pearl and mine, that is. What's this about treasures from the boonies? Haha, very funny, you can laugh all you want. But you'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight? I'm really hoping this is another Maya gets accused of murder case. I believe it probably is. Treasures of Korean exhibit doesn't exactly start until next week, but promoters sent us some special VIP entry passes. That's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick? Same Maya, different day. Young lady here is Maya Faye. Youngster is sister of Mia Faye, my friend and mentor. First met her 2 years ago. Working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one who's been keeping the law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium, and a bit of a shady cracker. Sorry, character. Why did I say... I didn't misread the line. Why are you calling shady? Are you calling shady? And this little girl is a Pearly Faye, but I usually call her Pearls. Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself. I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. Korean Village is the home of the mysterious Korean channeling technique, and Maya here is the daughter of the Korean School channeling master. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power in my own eyes, and it's a real thing, alright. Earth to Nick, how long are you going to Nick? Two little gorgeous women like us wait. Yes, Mr. Nick. Did you grow eyebrows? I can't wait any longer, I want to see the exhibit. Looks like I don't get a choice here, I might as well head out. October 11th, 7:18 p.m. Lordy Allen Taylor, the city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Treasure exhibit, huh? I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed. Dunk, dunk, dunker, dunk, 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 dunker, dunk. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. All you did, what? They even have the dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Payminer storeroom. Oh yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. Oh, a family heirloom? Say, Nick, the person in charge of this exhibition waiting for us in the basement warehouse. Alright, guess we should go say hello. No, look around. Is there a bullet hole in this still? I think I remember this old folding screen here. I'm pretty sure it was an important piece of evidence in the murder case that happened in Korean Village. This folding screen is the greatest. You haven't aged yet? My fate has ceased. Hey, you're older, look at that. Resident of all spirits, channeling secrets. 6-leaf Korean sacred writings, folding screen. If it's so secret, why is it the most prominent thing in the exhibit? At the bullet hole? No. Dunk, 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 dunk. A bunch of old urns. Usually treasures too, huh? Of course they are. This is the treasure exhibit, isn't it? I was having a conversation on Discord, and like, just never got a response. We were, responding and then just stop. Oh yeah, I guess so. It was kind of like a conversation though, like you're like in the middle of it, and then they kind of stop. And they were replying verbatim, second you would have reply. Tastes treasure is age. No wonder nobody likes museums. Dunk 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 dunk. Oh, Mystic Maya, look! I can't believe it. Ah, it's so cute, like a little diorama of Korean Village. Sorry, diorama. Somehow it seems to rid of dreariness. Oh, Mystic Maya, it's your home. It even says Fame Manor on it. Yikes, you're right. I don't want to add the famous in front of it. Don't do it, Maya. They might get mad. Hit the cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably historic knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's the title in English, 108 Ways to Save Money. I'm pretty sure the number has gone up since the last time I saw it. Always looking for new ways, you know. Being a medium sounds like a rough way to life. What's with this big cushion? Just lying here? They're lying around with nothing on it. It must be for the greatest treasure of all. Greatest treasure or something like that. Why, of course there is, right, Pearly? The vase. Oh, of course. Yeah, I bet it would really take your breath away. Alright, we'll move on. Yep, this is the basement warehouse, alright. This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Wright. Eek. A monster. You were right. Huh? A monster. It's Adrian Andrews. Good to see you again. You? I know you. Ah, nice to see you again too, little miss. Ah, hello. Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how do you even know her, Pearly? Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion, planning of this treasures exhibit. Also responsible for the security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed since we last met. So this is a warehouse. Really valuable exhibit items are still stored right here. I owe a great deal of thanks to this badge. It's the only reason that I'm still here today. Oh, come on now, that's not true. I think what Nick means to say is it wasn't thanks to the badge, it was thanks to me. Tell the truth, Nick, and know what you're thinking. No way, Maya. It really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick was going on, who was this woman? When did that case occur? I think it was during the summer, right? Or it was in like August, so it was like... No, it was September. And this is in October, so a little bit over a year. Why are you freaking out of me? What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all. Mystic Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily. Please, Maya, don't say anything that'll needle pearls further. Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. Something that happened 7 months ago. Sorry, I was wrong. 7 month difference in this game. Remember, Don't You Nickel Samurai case? Not really. I was struck in the dark wine cellar. That escaped memory, Nick. After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. Wow, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. It wasn't for us. You went from making like 180 a year, probably. I don't know how much a manager makes of the top listing uh, actor in the scenes to a museum host. Sorry, Miss Andrews, it wasn't for us. No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. When I see you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I really am grateful. Ooh, that's a relief. Lordy Taylor. Really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge exhibition like this must be very tiring. Well, Lordy Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. Works on display in the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums. Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearly? The finest museums. Yes, I did. That's really wonderful. So this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures down here. Security guards are very highly trained as well. Sounds good. So, what is with the face she's making? What about this missing piece? I wanted to do something nice for you and your friends, Mr. Wright. That's why you arranged this exhibit. I knew the Korean village was the hometown of your assistant Maya, but it would be great to let the rest of the world know about it too. But that's not exactly thanking me per se, is it? Maybe, but who'd want to see an exhibition of the treasures of Phoenix Wright? Guess I can't argue with that one. Certainly changed since I saw you 7 months ago. Really? Yes, you look like you bulked up a little. Well, now that she mentioned it, I guess I have gotten stronger. That's a dork, Nick. Rude. Do you know Maya? Do you know Maya? Do you know Maya? Do you know Maya? I finally managed to put the events of 7 months ago behind me. Really love that work that I'm doing now. Honestly, I owe it all to you, Mr. Wright. Oh, there's nothing. And to that little girl, too. Thank you for saying so. Guess I wasn't much of help, was I? No, that's not true. You were all a big help to me. Are you okay? Shouldn't take it so personally. Not like she was exactly free to help. Alright, bye. Maybe? Fly to the lift. Computer looks like it's hooked up to the security camera above. And that means what? The camera is set up to take a photo of everyone that goes in and out of the storeroom. Data from the camera got uploaded. Then the data gets uploaded to the what? And the data from the camera gets uploaded to this computer here. That's what I see. That's some pretty high-tech stuff. Whoops. Security camera is trained on the warehouse door. Set up to take a picture of anyone that enters or exits the store. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, they say. Dunka hunka dunka hunka da. Dunka hunka dunka hunka da. Brr. Looks like a part of the big signboard. All I can read on it is brr. Ah, I've got it. Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger. Why would anyone write hamburger that big? Like maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something. I kinda doubt it. I got it. Maybe it said spaghetti. Why are you talking about food? Oh wait, it's normal for you. Anyway, it says burr, there is no way I could say spaghetti. Well, maybe if it was a typo, it might have said spaghetti festival. What do you think? Alright, okay to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning. Skirt! Go left or right here. Mr. Nick, what's the big door over there? Looks like that's the door to the actual storeroom. I see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. Really? Let's go in. I want to take a look. Oh, I'm sorry. Unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in there. Did you hear that, Nick? We're unauthorized personnel. Why are you telling me that? Mystic Maya, take a look at next door onto the door. That's Mystic Amy, right? That's a statue of the woman who invented the Korean channeling technique, Amy Faye. The statue was on loan from one of the training halls of the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. The statue of the founder of the Korean channeling technique is holding the Sketchy Shito. What's that creepy looking thing she's holding? Don't ask me, how should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen that statue. That thing is the Korean's, Shishichito, ceremonial sword. Not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Says you. Aw, phooey. I wanted to cut something. What are you eyeing me for? Oh, look, it's already 8 o'clock. Have you all eaten yet? Well, actually, I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all go down together? That sounds like the sound of that. Dine sounds so fancy. I'll have the kids' lunch. Really, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill with the kids' dinner? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me. Haha. Shall we head upstairs then? You paying for it? After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day something terrible would happen. Who's beefing it? Nick, this is terrible. What the? You're cleaning that toilet again? Never knew you were such a toilet freak. Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for a fifth time. I'm going to turn on the TV. An update on the recent treasure heist. Between clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced they believe it was work of the renowned Phantom Thief, Mask the Mask. See this guy's get up? Mask the Mask. According to the spokesperson, Lordy Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. Fifth heist by the Phantom Thief, who only targets rare treasures. Lordy Taylor. Like, what are you going to do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet. Treasure, Lordy Taylor? You don't think. Now get up, Nick. It was stolen, the mask. The most valuable treasure. The Korean sacred urn was stolen. You mean the one that says I am? Dunk, 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 dunk. What about it, Pearly? What do you think, Mr. Nick? Alright. Oh, there's actually dialogue? My bad. Is this thing really all that valuable? It's kind of, well, junky if you ask me. But it's got the soul of Mystic Amy, the founder of our channeling technique. How much did you think you could get for it? What? Sell the sacred urn? You know, I never thought about that. Hey, Pearly, make a note of that. Ways to save money, tip 109, sell treasure whenever possible. Whenever possible, check. Somehow I think Maya's going to be searching for a buyer for a long time. You know, even I didn't know the statue existed until a little while ago. Didn't Adrian say it was from a Faye branch family training hall or something? Yes, there are actually a lot of training halls scattered all over the country, hidden away deep in the desolate mountains. Why does it always have to be desolate mountains? You're not very photogenic, are you? It's the end of the conversation. What's this, Sniffle? I really miss her. But is Mystic Mia, was she a really good lawyer? Yeah, she was awesome. She taught Nick everything he knows. You should try hard and try to make her proud, Mr. Nick. Yeah, I'll do my best. You can join me on my next trip to a freezing waterfall. I never get to her, but I don't think being frozen in the bone helps in court. Hey, it's you. I'm going to have to really buckle down and get serious. Well, you're the future master of the Korean channeling technique, after all. Yeah, that, and I had to play the part of Big Sister, too. Pearly and Jude, Nick. What, do I look like I was born yesterday? You're also younger than me. Pearly is such a cutie, isn't she, Nick? Yep, and she's smart, too, just like yours truly. Got quite a future ahead of her, and I bet she could be president next someday. President that can channel our past presidents. That would come in handy. Certainly seems grateful to you, Nick. Well, she was in a pretty tight spot during that terrible ordeal, and I kind of put her in it. Actually, I'm grateful to her too. It sounds like you're not telling me something. I want to take a good look at the case file next chance I get. Refresh my memory a little. What's the sacred urn? It's only the most important treasure in Korean village, that's all. That's it. Look at this right here on this poster. Don't you remember what's inside the urn? Or remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul. Namely, the soul of Mystic Amy Faye, the founder of the Korean channeling technique. Right, Pearly? Yes, that's right. Hold up. The urn had the name Amy on it. Now it says I am. Any idea that what happened, Pearly? Oh, well, teehee, there are some things best left unsolved, wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick? That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Korean village, Maya's hometown. Secret urn. It turned out to be an important clue in that case. One of the treasures of Korean village supposedly priceless took like a plain old pot. The toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so let's see what's next. What's wrong with you, Nick? What do you mean? What do you mean? What, Mr. Nick? Your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen. Doesn't that even bother you? But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how. The village's Mystic Maya, she's the future master of the Korean School of Channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you say you don't. Alright, so what am I supposed to do about it? Isn't it obvious? We gotta go find the bad guy who did this. Yeah, I'm gonna take your urn back. But I'm not a detective. I'm a lawyer. Nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya. Man oh man, there's no running against Pearl's fairy tale and images of love. So what's the name of this bad guy again? Mask to Mask, Nick. Make a note of it, Mask to Mask. Did you pronounce the star? It was terrible, I was arrested and everything. 1 year ago, the murder of Korean village. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings. The urn wound up being the key piece of evidence that proved her innocence. Mr. Nick, would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? Promise, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone I broke the urn. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember, the urn used to say Amy on it. So Pearl's accidentally broken into a million pieces. Try to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well. Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts. Spelling either. Anyway, this is how our gluing project turned out. Put the pieces together wrong, and now, instead of Amy, it says I am. I can't believe no one noticed that until now, a whole year later. I can't believe it myself. Goodbye. Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy. Dunk, dunk, dunky, dunk, 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 dunky, dunk. Doesn't look like anything's been disturbed. It looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy, huh? Hey, you can't poke around here, pal. Wait a minute, that voice, no, not him again. You saved the entire case. The biggest case of your entire career. It's you, and I'm the one who should be saying not again. What's every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that. Why are you doing it hanging out around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here any... Alright, we get it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Hello. It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, it's you, little missy. Hi. Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe. Now is a good chance for you to try to remember that, right? And if it's too long for you, just call him Dick. Okay, it's good to see you, Detective Dick. Yeah, good to see you again too, I guess. Take a look at my attorney's badge. Were you still showing that cheap little thing off? Real man keeps his mouth shut and carries a suave police badge, pal. That was actually dialogue? I think it was. Be honest, pal, something that bugs me. What's that? All the other items that were stolen by the Master Mask were ones that even I have heard of. They were all world-famous treasures. Tear of Amanon with a crown of Bangora. Sacred Urn of Korean is famous too, right, Pearly? Of course, everyone in Korean village knows about it. Sounds like we've got an unpredictable thief on our hands. Dun 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 dun. What about this? Sorry, pal. I didn't get much sleep last night. My brain's not really working right. Oh, I'm doing math in my head. Dunk 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 dun dun. Somehow I don't think sleep would really fix the problem. Hey, keep it down. You might have really good hearing for all you know, and you might get mad if you heard. Hear everything you were saying, pal? To be honest, pal, something that bugs me. Same dialogue? Yeah. Pretty goofy looking face if you ask me. Hey. What are you doing carrying that around with you anyway? I don't think we ever needed. Got a point. Well, that's Miss Maya Fey. She was a truly beautiful person, pal. Oh, you knew her? You knew my sis? Sure, everyone in the police force knew her. We all lost a great friend that day. Mr. Strawberry Detective. I just got something in my eye. I'm not crying. So once you die, you don't have an age anymore. He just doesn't know about Maya. He doesn't know about Maya. About Maya as well. Or, Maya? But Maya. No? Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us what happened? Oh, you're trying to remember my name? Atta girl, this is gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the secret urn. I know about that. Oh, well, the criminal's name is Mask the Mask. I know about that too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that? Well, I guess I sorta kinda owe you to Yaz in a way. Crime occurred last night at around 1:30 in the morning. How lovely do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from the guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen. In the crime, you mean here, right? Wrong. The urn is being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse. Basement warehouse, huh? So who was guarding the basement warehouse? That guy? It's all his fault that the thief got away, pal? Saul's one gazing against his swelled head, thinking that he's an ace detective. Ace detective. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Mask the Mask. Is he famous? You're joking, right, Nick? Hold on. Mask the Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. Underneath those disguises is the true Mask the Mask. Kind of master of disguise, huh? He only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordy Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time. What, then you knew him? He was planning on stealing the secret urn? Of course I did. Guy always sends his calling card before he steals something. Calling card, how to mention that on TV. So why do you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make this up. So what's he like? Well, like I told you, the Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get his stolen treasure back. Well, that's impressive, all by himself. Yeah, I gotta admit, pal, maybe he really is as good as it says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send out our men on a stakeout. None of us have ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy. Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief. Anyways, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues, so he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? What's this calling card? Here it is. Don't show it to anyone, it's top secret, right, pal? His mark in the front. That's Mask the Mask's signature emblem, pal. Let's say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got on them. Got it on them. They didn't mention down, newsflash. Withholding the detail from the public for operational reasons. Only way we could tell if the calling card is a real or not got his emblem. Makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday. Yeah, thanks, I guess. Remember, don't tell anyone about that emblem, alright, pal? Does the thief ever send these to the police? Always to the victims. Up until now, the victims have always come to us looking for help, though. That's not what happened this time, you mean? You got that right, pal. Listen up, if you guys ever get one of those calling cards, I want you to come to us right away, got me? Yeah, sure. Dunk, 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 dink, dunk, dunk, dink, dunky dink. No matter how many times we come here, the place always gives me the chills. They broke this thing to sword, dude. Probably because it's air conditioned to protect the art pieces, you know? Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. Huh? What the heck does that mean? I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please, make yourself at home. Or, who are you anyway? Silence. Ah, now I see. I'm becoming clear. What do you see? Zavari. Truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A warrior and a spirit medium, rather very advanced in their at their trade. Am I wrong? Yikes, that's scary. How did you know that? How, you say? Universal skeptic would say that, how is nothing but a question of why. I'm a traveler of both time and space, and a swimmer of dreams. What are you talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it. Without further ado, let me reveal what should have been the first duty of any gentleman. Introduce myself, name is Atme. Luke Atme. Ace Detective. Oh, hi. Don't intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show 'em what you're made of. Her, name is Wright, finished Wright, Ace Attorney. I'm Maya Fey, a spirit medium. And I'm, Pearl Fey. I'm Zuka Maya's cousin and, spirit medium Ace Apprentice. Excellent, well then, shall we begin our little game? Anyone has this phrase in one short of a baker's dozen come to mind with this guy? Sorry, I can be more helpful. I don't know why I presented the Megatama. And after your young lady, I promise I'll retrieve your urn. Thank you, Detective Atme. I'm counting on you. Final round between Detective Luke Atme and Master Damascus to begin. Still, something's funny about this guy. He doesn't forget he managed to retrieve the treasure from the last heist. Yes, they even have a video that details my role in the whole affair. I recorded it directly from the news and TV. Can I interest you in a copy? No thanks. Same thing. Dunk 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 dunk. Master Mass calling card just got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive, but I wouldn't expect nothing less from my arch rival. Surprised to see you in possession of such a top secret piece of information. Well, we got an ace lawyer, a spirit medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here. Yes, indeed, I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals. I don't ever really wanted this guy to like us ever. Do you know who I am? It's pretty amazing the way you were able to tell what I do for a living. Oh, it's elementary, my dear, right? Elementary. Dunk-a-dunk. If you're really interested, the first clue was the hair. It points backwards. It shows you're prepared to take on an attack. Imagine from a criminal, for example. From your clothes, I knew you weren't a policeman. So I deduced you were a lawyer after a combination of cold logic and intuition. Zavari, only the truth remains. Wow, impressive. Maybe you just took a look at your attorney's badge and your label of genius. This woman, she is a true beauty. You don't say. I would be honored if you would introduce her to me. I assure you, Mr. Lawyer, that my interest is strictly professional. This guy's even creepier than I thought. I assure you, my dear, all its detectives are perfect gentlemen. So how did you know I'm a spirit medium? Oh, that was child's play. First, your hair. None of the type one sees every day. Both rare and enchanting. Almost otherworldly. I thought it was likely you were either the fortune teller or spirit medium, but I didn't quite detect the wisdom one truly sees the fortune teller. And so, Zavari. There left only one possibility. Well, they also have a bio about me on the treasure exhibit poster. As for the child, Zavari, elementary school student. Wow, that's right. I also see that you will be a middle school student in the next few years. That's incredible. No doubt about it. Guy is good. Now you can see how I've earned my reputation as an ace detective. The charming young lady responsible for security, Miss Adrian Andrews. Huh? You know her? Yes. Well, I should. She was the person who hired me for this job. Very intelligent woman, after all. She hired Detective Luke Atme, did she not? I'm not entirely convinced that was an intelligent move on her part. Oh, him. Guess well, I saw him earlier. The wretched detective had let the thief slip through his fingers every single time. Wretched, huh? Now that I think about it, I wonder if they aren't working together. Huh? If you ask me, Luke Atme, I believe the two of them are co-conspirators. If the gumshoe heard that, he'd probably cry. He was a surprisingly sensitive guy. This will surely be the mass final heist. Last time I came close and managed to retrieve the stolen treasure. Mark my words, a criminal of humanity will be found guilty in due time. He is a celestial nighthawk. And then I, Luke Atme, ace detective, will dance with joy. I have no clue what you're blabbering about, but I guess I'll find out soon. This person is Zavari, a great detective. Am I correct? But I was the one asking you. Photo simply isn't enough information. I'm afraid I can't be absolutely certain. While the intelligence in those eyes indicate a man of deep wisdom and insight. Stop messing around, Nick. Just ask him already. Well, this guy's scary. Sir, you're really as famous as you say? Of course. For a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in the city that had not heard of me. Look at me. I am Master Mask's arch enemy, Ace Detective Luke Atme. At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other the angelic cherubs of light. Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick? I have been personally on the heel of this little villain since his first crime, learning the criminal's patterns that thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned the target of this tyranny, the portrait of Magina, the crime scene. Did it all by myself and took it back from mask to mask. My brawny mind and my brilliant muscles. Does this guy also have mask to mask? Mentioned it on the news and the great people around town. Send to the museum, give you an incredible jewel as a reward. Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, is not much. So, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Oh, tell us what you know about Master Mask, and keep it simple, please. Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds. Last night here in the Battle of the Story, we were locked in the most glorious battle. I see. Huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night, here in Brody Taylor? Naturally. Wherever the mask goes, you will find Atme laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps will lay the mask out elegance to you, and made a beautiful getaway. But this time, I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail. Dunk, 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 dunk. Can you tell us what exactly happened here last night? But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces. Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio. Well, first received the request for my services 20 days ago. 10 days ago that we received the Master Mask calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived? Yes. You see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. Her 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized. Calling card arrived, right? Yes, so ace detective that I am, that trap for the thief right in this warehouse. Hold. Donkey. Donkey. So I said, ace detective that I am, I said a trap for the thief right in this warehouse, and waited for it. Alone, but why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous. Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops? Got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let the mask get away. I was to operate alone and concealed, outside of the others. Concealed? Precisely. Even the guards on duty here weren't unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends. My own original proverb. Anyway, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the secret urn disappeared. But that's impossible. How could it just disappear? How, you asked? Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here. For someone who was seriously messed up his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself. So you're saying that even though on one came through? What? So you're saying that even though on one came through those doors last night, our precious urn still... Did I read that wrong? Was it a typo? No one came through the door? But it said on through the door? Precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose. That's just not possible. Well, Sir Lawyer, I've been told that you two are pursuing the mysterious thief. Well, I'm not sure I would say that exactly. Yeah, that's right. going to find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do. Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If perchance you should discover something of value, return then to my office. Earthly Delights, the at-me detective agency. Office of the Earthly Delights. Well then, sir lawyer, if you will excuse me, I have much to do. Glimpse. Wait a minute. He's gone. I don't like the idea of going to that guy's work, doing the guy's work for him. Come on, Nick, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. I'm gonna go to his office too. Take me with you, Nick. Okay. We gotta examine here first. Like, what's up with this stinking juice? Heavy-looking wooden box. Ah? The box that we had a secret urn in. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the item incidentally on there. Grr. Worked so hard to make that box. You made the poor excuse for box, Maya? What's that supposed to mean? Urn has always been on the stand from the winding way of a manor, so there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it. Sniffle, sniffle. For Maya, maybe it had been better mass to mass than taking the box too. Hey, Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer. Computer? It doesn't have any games on it. I think the computer is for storing the data from the security camera. When someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them. Probably the trap. Detective setup. Let's see if we can find the last night's data on this thing. Might even find a photo of Mask to Mask. Let's see here. Man, I really stink at working these things. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? It was 2003, and you're 25 years old? 24 years old? 26 years old? You know how to use a computer? Putting an awful lot. I don't know how to pull up photos. I had no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick. Yeah? Well, I managed to print out the camera data anyway. But you have to learn to crawl before you can walk. Come, get some. Yeah, sure, anyway. It looks like the camera only went off once last night. Camera data added to the core record. At 1 AM. Half hour before. The security camera shade on the big door in the storeroom. You have to take a photo of anyone that goes in or out. A secure red T camera. I go stand in front of the door and it'll snap your photo too early. Maya, do you think I should smile? Nah, it's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face. Like this. The dunker, dunker, dunker. Hold. Hold. We'll be switching here in a minute anyway, I think. Just wanting to set up. Dunk, ding, doom. I think it was like an hour Destiny. Maybe? I don't know, just hang out. Do some Adventure Catalyst that we have. I guess. Dunk, 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 dunka. Wow, this is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again? Sichi Soto. Or Sichi Shito. Literally 7-branch sword in Japanese, or so is Miss Andrews. Wow, it's pretty heavy. One hit, 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? But it's still like hotcakes. Something about it that bothers me. Wow, you're really firing on cylinders today, Pearly. The sword? Wasn't Miss Amy holding it last night? Ah. Another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now. You're right. Awesome, Pearly, I wouldn't expect any less from my little ace apprentice. The sword is bent, so it must have been last night someone used it somehow. I just thought of something. Maybe Detective at me squashed the mess with it. Sorry, smash. Like this. Ouch. What the heck? What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before. Oh man, my head and my hair. Ceremonial sword held in the hand of Amy Faye statue wasn't bent before the crime. Skirt? Hold on. You're done. says organi. No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize. You usually can't see the last two letters. Yeah, well, I guess no one else should read it either because the place is a mess. Yeah, you must feel right at home, huh? The statue of Missing Amy is so cool. Want a gold statue myself, we could put it in the office. Hey, is Wright and Co. How about a gold statue of me? Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange. Oh, what is it, Brittles? Statue of Missing Amy was, this is where it was last night? Ah. Pretty sure it was closer to the door. Yeah, I think you're right. Great job. Apparently it wouldn't expect anything less from his cousin. The statue was moved the night of the crime. And he faced the golden statue updated in the court record. Did Nick? Little paint over here. I didn't do that. Well, I wasn't here last night. I would have noticed the color is outrageous. This paint has already dried up. Well then, you should have it cleaned up before you dried, Nick. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me. Okay, it's been several days since this was built. Okay, look at this. What is it? There's some kind of shape left in the bottom left side of the stain. Oh, you're right. I wonder where they could be. Mr. Nick, what's the big door over there? Looks like it's a door to the actual storeroom. You can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the secret urn. Remember, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed back there. Well, I guess we can save this here. And we will just do, like, some miscellaneous stuff in Destiny for the other hour-ish. Anyway, I'll be right back. And we'll... something else.